Hey everyone, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the Superchips Flashpack F5 tuner fitting 2017 to 2018 5.3 liter Silverado and Sierra 1500s. If you're looking to extract the most performance out of your Silverado or Sierra, then a tuner is going to be the way to go. Superchips is one of the most trusted names in the game, and if you've messed with the 5.3 Vortec motors before, you know that they're pretty responsive to things like a tune. Superchips Flashpack F5 that we have here today has a lot of cool stuff baked into an easy to use interface. It's quick and it allows you to access a bunch of different parameters to dial your truck in just the way you like it. Let's cut right to the chase. The main reason you want to go with a tuner is to increase horsepower and torque. Now, while we won't be throwing this on our dyno, it is on a customer's vehicle after all, you can expect a noticeable increase in both horsepower and torque versus what your truck came with from the factory. But this thing goes far beyond just bumping up HP and torque numbers. Superchips includes preset tunes in the module, so you can just upload those and go enjoy. Now, those preloaded tunes can give you bumps in horsepower and torque, as well as improvements in fuel economy and towing performance, depending on which one you select. It'll also save your stock tune, so you can reset the truck back to factory settings easily at any time should you need to do so. But you're not just limited to those preloaded tunes either. In fact, those only just scratch the surface. There are all kinds of different parameters in here that you can modify, such as calibrating the speedometer for larger wheels and tires or a different gear ratio. You can also change the shift points or shift firmness. You can toggle active fuel management, adjust when the engine cooling fans kick on, change up the speed limiter, and more. Beyond all of that, it also has data logging capabilities. So this will show you real-time data as you drive, and it will save it too, and it's pulled directly from the ECM via the OBD2 port where this thing plugs in. Now, if you want to mount it in a visible spot in your truck, you can cycle through a bunch of different gauges to monitor different parameters as you drive. It will also allow you to read and clear diagnostic trouble codes. So if you do get a dreaded check engine light, you'll have an easy way to clear it right here on the module. The tuner itself can also be updated via the provided USB cable. Just plug it in and download the latest software, and you're ready to go again. Now, talking about construction of a tuning module is not necessarily the most exciting part, but this one is pretty slick. You get a 2.8-inch high-definition color screen, so even those of us with bad vision can see it pretty well. And the whole unit feels nice in your hand too. The red color is a nice touch, and it's small enough to be unobtrusive whether you leave it plugged in and displayed or hidden away somewhere. It's also easy to navigate through the different menus and options via these buttons right here, and the interface is improved versus the previous gen Flashpack as well, so if you've used that, this is going to be a noticeable improvement for you. I'm a big fan of physical buttons, especially on something small like this, because it makes it easy to navigate at a glance. And it looks good and feels nice in your hand too, so overall, it's a pretty nice setup. Pricing comes in at about $475, and that makes it one of the more affordable options in the category. And you're obviously not losing out on features here either, so if you want to get noticeable results and have the additional flexibility that a tuner provides, this is going to get you there without you having to spend a fortune. Installation is going to get an easy 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should only take you about 15 minutes. This is simply going to plug right into your OBD2 port underneath the dash, and the rest of the time will be spent in the tuner itself making changes, uploading the tuning files, etc. And now to show you that process, let's hand things over to one of our AT customers.
Today we're going to be installing a Superchips Superpack F5. You're going to put it down here. There's a little knob, and then there is a little kind of clip on the bottom. So that's going to be facing down. What I'm going to do is make sure it's facing down. Line them up, because you don't want to bend these prongs, because this is when you take it to the mechanic, they'll plug in the code reader down there. You kind of hear click. You'll know it's in, because that will turn on whether the key is on or not. You'll press OK to tune. Turn the ignition on. Now turn it in like that. And then one more. Click OK. Now you're going to click what performance or tuning you want. Got half and one performance, so I'm going to select that. Click yes to customize options, your rev limiter. It comes on stock value. I want mine raised. Your speed limiter raised. Your gear ratio, this one's on performance to stock. I'm not gonna mess with any of this stuff. I put this on the Superchips value. And then the AFM, you want that disabled. Now you got all these. Throttle boost is on the max. Idle park RPMs, which is when you're in park. gonna idle higher on the RPM. That's from the performance one. Click continue. Okay. Turn the traction control off. So that will come back on. This might take a little bit. So reset your vehicle. Traction control is going to turn back on. Traction control back off. And then start your trans, just make sure your transmission matches up with your ECU and all that. Turn your ignition off. So it should just look like that. Click OK. Turn your ignition on, so back to this kind of screen. Click OK again. Turn it back off. Once this is all, just click OK. Now this is where you can tune, obviously, and then you can scan and read your diagnostics. So we're gonna read. Just gonna turn your ignition on. Show to go through all this stuff. See, I have none, but usually you'll have some. To clear them, let's go here. Clear them. And I know a lot of y'all have that tire pressure system. This should clear it. It cleared mine. So that's off mine. And you can go to your battery voltage, see like at 12.5 volts. Okay, and then click the left arrow to go back. This this is some of your info. So your device info and all that. Vehicle info. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to have gauges on this. I don't know where mine's at. Yeah, I don't know where mine's at. Have to figure that out. But yeah, that's how you install your tuner. And if you want to update it, I couldn't update on my MacBook. It's just a laptop. I couldn't update on that, but it's an older one. But I just used my friend's PC and updated through that. And I didn't need to buy the $40 one or the $100 one, or I think it was a $20 package that they all had. I just updated it and it was good to go. I plugged it in and it all worked. I think if you want, there's an Octane 91. I think if you want that one, then you will have to buy the $40 package. Just make sure you don't, tow with it or drive long distances, because could mess up, your transmission or your ECU and stuff like that. And if you don't want to mess with the performance one, just go to stock with options. You can go and customize every single thing through there, just like the performance one offers. And then if you want better, a lot better mileage, probably click that one. And if you just want tow, just click on the tow one. This could help with towing. That's gonna help with your daily driving or your performance when you want to race and do all that stuff like that. But yeah, that's how you install this Superchips Super Pack F5 tuner.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the Superchips Flash Pack F5 tuner, fitting 2017 and 2018 5.3 liter Silverado and Sierra 1500s. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Silverado and Sierra, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.